Hey guys, it's Anya, otherwise known as Pink Sweets here on YouTube, and today I have a little bitty guest. I am going to be using the Huda Beauty Electric Obsessions palette, and since I'm using a little palette, I thought I would introduce you to my little baby. This is Sophie. Her name is Sephora, but we call her Sophie for short. She's a long-haired Chihuahua. And she is my first baby. She's actually 10 years old, but I call her my baby Chihuahua. So, say hi. She's the one you always hear snoring like a grandpa. Yeah, thank you, in my videos. So, anyhow, just wanted you to get to know her. Now I'm going to let her go play with her little babies. But, let's get into the video. So today I'm going to play around. I was browsing Instagram and I got inspired. My husband actually and I were looking, and he saw a look on Luminous Cosmetics on Instagram, and he saw this one look and he was like, oh my gosh, you should do this. And as soon as I saw it, I thought about this little palette right here. This is the Huda Beauty, like I said, Electric Obsessions palette. These, they have, I believe, 3 or 4 different ones. They have the smoky one, the mauve one, the warm tone one, and this is the bright one. So, of course, I got the bright one, but it has a little mirror. It does not stand by itself, but it is magnetic, and I love the shades. These are them right here. They're very pigmented. They're some are shimmery, some are mattes. So we're going to use this, and we're going to do a look that I was inspired by. So let us get started. We're going to start by doing my brows. I normally don't do them on camera, but I'm going to use my e.l.f. brow pencil, and I'm going to try and do it a little bit softer in the front. We're going to see how this is going to work out. And I already moisturized my face using the Fresh Cosmetics Rose Deep Hydration face cream. I got a sample of that from Sephora, or I think it was actually a rewards with my points. And I really do like it. It doesn't smell too much like roses, which is good because I don't like heavily scented face creams. I mean, I don't want a face cream that smells like crap either, but I do want one that has a light scent, if anything. So I'm trying to give myself a little bit more of an arch than usual. I think that worked. I'm doing the other one. You might hear the TV in the background. My hubby is watching TV with the dogs. I'm taking it out and then down to try to create that little bit of an arch. Really need to get my eyebrows threaded again. I think that worked out pretty well. Gave me a little bit more lid space. The only thing I don't really like on this brow pencil is the spoolie. I feel like it's pretty harsh, and I feel like it kind of just messes the product up a little bit. But I still run it through my brows occasionally. Okay. So today I'm going to use a different eye base. I'm going to go in with the MAC. This is so dirty. I've used this forever. The Pro Longwear Concealer. You do not need a lot when you're using this because it's very runny. I'm just going to take this on my Sedona Lace 618. And I'm just going to use that as my eyeshadow base today. Just wanted to switch it up, do something different. I like this because it's like my skin tone, and it does cancel out the tones discoloration on my eyelids. Hold on, I'm gonna turn the TV off really quick. I'll be right back. And through the power of editing, you guys didn't even have to wait. Okay. So we're gonna put that on the other eye. And again, you don't want to put too much with this product because it is kind of runny and it does crease easily if you put too much. I mean, that's with any eyeshadow base, but especially this one. Okie doke. There we go. We did a good job of canceling out the shades, or I mean the discoloration. So we're going to go into our eyeshadow palette. First, I'm going to take this purpley hot pink right here. And it's not a matte eyeshadow. It has a little bit of sheen to it, so it's more like a satin. And I'm just going to use a combination of my Morphe M562, which is a very tiny blender brush, and my Morphe F17, which is also a small tapered blending brush, much smaller, an itch, than some other ones that I've used. So I'm going to start with the really small one. I'm just going to go into the crease with that. And that's because I don't want to go up too high. Sometimes I have a tendency to blow out looks and go too high up close to my brow bone. So I'm going to try not to do that today. This is a really fun look. It's going to be bluish, purplish, pinkish, and it's going to have a wing liner with some glitter in it. So we're going to see how that goes because that's not my forte, but I do really like to experiment with different colors and like techniques. Another thing I like about using that Pro Longwear concealer is that if you make a mistake, it's very easy to just wipe it away. Whereas some of the other eyeshadow bases that I use tend to dry down really fast. Okay, so that's what you should have so far. Now I'm going to go in with the other brush, and I'm going to go into the purple, this one right here. And I'm just going to go over top. Okay, wait 1 moment. I just want to make sure that's not too dark. No, that's not dark. Does this brush have something on it? Let me run it through my color switch. Okay. It's a little darker than I thought, but I'm just going to go over top of slightly and right below the pink. Hey, you guys. Suki. It's my other dog. She must hear something outside. Suki, it's okay. It's all right. I'm just going to run that through as well. On the other side. And like I said, this is a little bit bigger. I mean, they're two completely different brushes, but that helped it stay significantly below my brow bone so that I can put something else there. Now we're going to grab that tiny brush again because we lost some of that pink, and I'm going to go into the other pink as well, which is a little bit brighter. And we're just going to run that along the outer portion of where we put the purple to kind of give it that gradient effect. And I'm not really going over top of that purple, I'm just going above it. This is a really nice palette. These shades are really blendable, and I really like that this palette would be so easy to travel with. I mean, it would take up hardly any space in your makeup bag. You can get them in different ones, which I want to get the Mauve Obsessions one as well, because then I would literally have all of my neutral colors and my pops of color, and I wouldn't need to bring any other palettes on travel, really. So now I'm going to go back into that purple using the smaller brush and go right below where we just put that pink. See? It has a gradient effect then. Okay. Very nice. And this is probably going to be more of a rounded eye look. Now I'm going to grab that brush that I used with the concealer, and with just a little bit of extra product, I'm just going to run that just on the lid, just to take away any pigmentation that might have fallen on the lid. But it's not really going to be a cut crease per se. And then I'm just going to swipe once over, maybe twice over. Okay, so that's what we have for now. Now for the lid, maybe I should have gotten a smaller brush. I'm going to use a pencil brush for this initially to place the color. So we're going to go into first this purple shade right here. It's like a bluish purple. And I'm going to put that on this MAC pencil brush. And I'm going to put it in the inner corner and bring it over. On both sides. Sometimes, I don't know, let me know down below if your dogs do this. Sometimes my dogs, not sometimes, always my dogs will bark at other dogs on TV when they're barking, but they don't bark if there's wolves. They know the difference. It's really weird. They also bark at the bad guy, so sometimes they spoil movies for me. And if a doorbell rings or a door knocks, it will also bark. It's so weird. So now I'm doing the same thing on the outer part of the lid. Suki, it's just TV. No, Suki. I'm so sorry, you guys. Normally she is not in here with me because she is the worst at barking. Now I'm doing the other eye on the outer. See? I'm going to deepen that up just a little bit. We're going pretty much almost all the way in. Like, it's not really going to be a halo eye per se, but sort of, because I want to put a lighter shade right in the center. And so I don't want my lid to be completely dark in that area. Now I'm just going with no additional product and with that tiny little blender brush. And just making sure that it's all seamless. Okay, I like this. And then we're going to go in the very center with this beautiful aqua shade there. It's a really pretty color. Same pencil brush, I just cleaned it off with my Vera Muna color switch. Actually, I think I got one from Sally Beauty Supply, so it's not the Vera Mona brand. I do want to get the Vera Mona one though, because I don't feel like this one is quite as good. Like, I've seen other people use the Vera Mona one, and I just feel like it seems like it's better quality. And like it cleans the brushes off better. I really like that gradient. Okay, so see how it made like the outer portion just a little bit lighter. And now I'm gonna go in with my tiny blending brush and some more of that vibrant bluish purple, and I'm just gonna mesh the two sides together. You guys having a good day? Or did you have a good day? Depending on when you're watching this. I had a pretty good day. Okay, and I love that gradient. So, now we're gonna go in with a makeup wipe. Wipe the concealer off the back of my hand first. Remove the fallout. We're gonna do the wing liner with the glitter last. So I'm gonna do my face first, because whenever I don't do my face first, I tend to wipe off some of the wing liner with my foundation. Honestly, for how bright these shades are, there was not a whole lot of fallout. I just like to clean anything that might have gotten on the lower lash line, because I like to go back in and do the lower lash line on its own instead of... Okay, see how it's a little bit more rounded, but still sharp and angled. Okay. So, for foundation, today we're going to use, oh wait, I'm going to put on, I already moisturized, but I'm going to put on my Milk Makeup Blur Stick, just in my T-zone. It smells like, I don't know, like, almost like orange peel. I really do like this. I put on just a little bit in my T-zone, and then I pat it in for just a minute. I feel like if I were to pat it in more, it might pill up. I'm not sure. So I'm going to try, I'm going to do a mixture of the CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir. I'm in the shade 705. I don't know how that is possible, but it seems to be a pretty good color match. So, and I'm actually gonna try to use a little bit of this Makeup Revolution foundation stick with it. So I saw Jaclyn Hill do this with the Hourglass Vanish stick. She kind of put it in multiple places, and then she went in with the Dior Forever Skin Foundation, and she used that on her beauty blender and kind of blended them together. So that is what I'm going to do as well, but with these two, because I feel like the CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir foundation is similar to the Dior Forever foundation, and I feel like, which I just ran out of mine a couple of weeks ago, and I don't know if I want to repurchase it, honestly, because the lightest shade is too dark for me. So, I don't know. I mean, I can make it work, but it really oxidizes significantly. But anyhow, so that reminds me of this one, which I love. That was like right in your face. I love this, but the lid gets so dirty and it doesn't stay on properly. So then it leaks if you bring it with you. But that's my only complaint about this foundation. And then the Makeup Revolution foundation stick really reminds me of the Hourglass Vanish Stick, but more dry. So make sure I don't get foundation on my sleeve. It's on the back of my hand. And then I will also use this Makeup or Revelation Beauty foundation on its own again as well, just to give it a fair shake and make sure. But I really do think it looks really good with the Healthy Elixir, like mixed together. So that's something. I feel like, there we go. Felt like it wasn't sticking to my nose. And like I said in my last video, I think I've really been trying to hydrate my skin, both from skincare and from within by drinking more water, again, like I'm used to. And what I like to do is I like to, you know, use the end of the beauty sponge that I put the foundation on and then kind of blend it out a little bit with the side that doesn't really have anything on it, because, yeah, I really feel like it kind of pushes it into the skin. Alright, so now we are going to use concealer, and I want to use something different because I feel like I always use the Makeup Revolution concealer. So we're going to use the Benefit Boing concealer. It's an airbrush concealer, and this is in number 1, and it looks like a pencil eraser top, which is really cute. I'm just going to use the same brush that I used for that concealer under my, or on my eyelids. And I'm going to put that under my eyes. Sophie, what is it? What is it, girlfriend? She's literally sitting here on the floor whining at me. What is it? You're cute. It's okay. I got that concealer, I think, also as a rewards. It was either a rewards or like a promo code. I'm telling you guys, if you don't already, in addition to your samples, always use a promo code. Because, and I'm just taking the excess and putting it in other places. I blended out like a dream. Okay, so, yes, I grabbed a different powder today as well. I want to try to use different products on my channel. So we're going to use the Kat Von D Lock-It powder. I've had this for a while. I got it right when it came out, I think. And I'm not going to lie, I feel like sometimes it's a bit much, like a bit heavy, but I do like it. I'm using my Forever Puff just to put that under my eyes. I also feel like with the sifter, it's hard because I feel like a ton comes out at one time. And I don't know if it really keeps me matte all day, but to be honest with you, after this, I'm going to go watch a movie and then I'm going to go to bed. So it doesn't matter today, but it matters in everyday life, right? That a powder keeps you matte all day. Or if you want to be dewy, then that doesn't matter. We're going to use this. I got this at CVS. It's by a company called Kiss, and it's called RK Never Touch Up Matte Finish Powder Foundation. So I'm not going to take a lot of it, but I am going to take some of this on this MAC Archie's brush. It's, I think, supposed to be a blush brush, but I'm just going to use that and kind of stipple that on my skin and use it to kind of wipe away the excess powder from the Kat 1D loose powder. This is going to give a little bit of extra coverage, and it's supposed to be a stay matte like powder foundation. What is that even? I have like these little baby hairs where some of my hair broke off and then it always gets foundation on it. It's so irritating. Okay, I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Film Star Bronze and Glow Duo. Ooh, look at that packaging. It has a mirror, and this is the bronzer side, obviously, and the highlighter side. I don't know if I'm going to use the highlighter side yet, but we're definitely going to go in with the bronzer side and my Morphe R2. I'm just going to use that to warm up my face. This is kind of orange, isn't it? A little bit more orange than what I normally use. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe it's just in my head. Maybe it's the lighting today. I'm not going to contour today. I'm just going to bronze up my face. Put just a little bit on my nose. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with that second blending brush, the bigger one that I was using. And I'm going to use this actually, no, I'm going to use the highlighter. I'm going to use the highlighter in the Charlotte Tilbury palette, and I'm going to highlight my brow bone with that. It's kind of like a goldy. Yeah, see, I wouldn't use that as a highlighter, I don't think. It's very subtle, and I like very blinding. But I'm just using that to, you know, just fill in that little gap that we have. And I think it actually works nicely for that. Alright, so we're not going to use that as a highlighter though. I'm actually going to use this NARS palette. It is the Banque de Sable palette. And it looks like this. It has 3 different highlighters. A really light one, medium, and a deeper one. So I'm going to use that when we get to highlighting. But first, we are going to work on our lower lash line and our winged liner. Wish me luck. Okay. So first, I'm going to go in with the Makeup Forever Aqua XL M30 liner. These are waterproof liners that are supposed to stay all day. And I do like them. I got a set. Gosh, who was that artist that they came out with a set with a specific artist? Cheryl Lloyd, maybe? I forget. No, was it? Oh my gosh. If you guys know, comment down below. I feel bad. They did, it wasn't Baby Rexa. It was, I don't know, it was a girl. And it was a singer. And it was, if I remember, I'll link it down below. Maybe I'll look it up after this. But it, they did a collaboration, like, miniature eyeliner set. And it came with this one, like, more of a teal one. And then it came with, like a black one, a brown one, a plum one. So it came with just like a bunch of different ones. I think I want to add a touch of something. So we're going to try this. I'm going to use the white liquid liner. I feel like this is so dried out. Maybe not. I'm just going to do a tiny little line. Nope. No, I'm not. It won't even show up. I need to take that back to the store. I know I've told you guys that before, but I really do. It, I don't know what's wrong with it. Okay, now we're going to go in with my new favorite, which was just here. You guys, oh, there it is. Okay, this is that Scone Beauty tattoo liner. Shake it up. And I'm just going to create a thin line on my lid. Okay. We'll do that on both sides. Alright, now this is the don't breathe, don't talk moment. I'll go in with the wing liner. Okay. We're almost there. Yes. Oh my gosh, I feel so accomplished when I do this. You guys have no clue. Maybe you do. Maybe you're like me. Not an expert, but getting better, right? Yay. Yes. Pretty even. Can't expect them to be sisters all the time, right? Okay. Now we're going to let that dry, and I'm going to work on the lower lash line a little bit more. So we're going to go back into that Huda Beauty palette. I'll almost drop to that powdered lid. And I'm going to use the deep purpley blue shade to kind of, oh no. Pause. We're going to use the pencil brush instead because that little blender brush definitely affected my, like it was, what am I trying to say? It was putting eyeshadow all over my under eye. There we go. I got it. Sorry, sometimes I have a hard time concentrating on two things at once, and then I'll start talking to you guys, and then all of a sudden I'll just pause right mid-sentence and then continue on later. I know it's irritating, I'm sorry. Okay, now I'm going to go over top of just the inner corner with that blue one as well. See that? Okay, and I'm going to wipe that off, and then we're going to go in with Wet n Wild White Raven, I believe is what it's called. No, it's called Purple Ashes. There is one called White Raven, but Purple Ashes is the one I have right with me at the moment. It's like a shimmery pink. It's from Wet n Wild. It has a skull embossed. It's from the Gothographic collection, which I do own, and I am going to try to get up a video reviewing that because they do have some stunning liquid eyeshadows in that collection. This is actually really perfect. This adds like the perfect pop of like a light lilac-y, lavendery, purpley, pinky, shady. Weird mood again. Okay, now we're going to go into the glitter. We're going to use the Heavy Metal Glitter Liner from Urban Decay in the shade Midnight Cowboy. I would have used maybe Glam Rock, which is the silver shade, but I don't have it with me. I don't know what I did with it. I can find all of the other ones except for that one. So see how we covered the black just on the outer portion, not on the entire, not on the eyelid, just on the wing part. I think that's really cool. And this is how they did it as well. And they used gold too, so I guess I'm doing it closer to how they did it by using gold. Whew, guys, I'm telling you, I drop stuff in my everyday life like all the time, and my channel is no different. Okay, perfect. So nice. Now, one more powder step, which is totally extra, but this is the Wet n Wild bronzer, is what they call it, which I think is laughable, but it is in the shade Reserve Your Cabana, and I love this powder so much. It is, I would never ever call it a bronzer because it does not bronze your face at all, but it does give you a nice, like, glowy, I would call it a finishing powder for myself. And I don't care how pale you are, this is not going to be a bronzer on you. So I like to just dust it all over. I'm going to then take Fix Plus, and I'm just going to spray this all over my face. Kind of meld the powders into each other. Okay. That doesn't really, I feel like it doesn't really lock my makeup into place. So that will be the peach setting spray that we use. Let me get that out of the frame. Okay, and then we're going to go on to highlighter and blush. So for blush, we're going to use probably, where did it go? This is for highlight. Oh, no, wait. I had a different highlighter in mind. Okay. We're changing things up, you guys. All right. So, sorry. I literally, there it is. We're going to use our Marc Jacobs Kinks and Kisses. I would say this is probably my favorite blush. And then we're going to use the Lisa Frank brush with Glamour Dolls collaboration. Again, I got this on Amazon for $7. Okay. I just feel like this shade is like perfect for whatever makeup look you're doing. And then I am actually going to use a more affordable highlighter for today, which is the Master Chrome highlighter by Maybelline, and this is in the shade Molten Rose Gold. It's so beautiful, you guys. I've used it a couple times. And we're going to use our Anastasia highlighting brush today. This is the A23. Alright, let me spray my face one more time. I'll use some matte peach setting spray. I don't want it to be full on wet, but I do want it to be, look at that, drugstore highlighter, go Maybelline. Like, they have a molten gold one for deeper skin tones and medium skin tones as well. And they have another one that's like a holographic. They actually have two shades of holographic. They have like more of a purple one, and then they have like a really light white icy pink. I mean, that is stunning. You know what I mean? Especially for drugstore. I mean, you literally can't ask for better than that from the drugstore. And I am very excessive with my highlighter. I'm fully aware. I'm not seeking help for it, because I like it like that. Okay. I'm going to go into the blush one more time, because sometimes I just like to go and re-intensify the blush, and also I feel like it mixes the highlighter and makes it so that it's not just a highlighter, but it's also like a blush topper. Put a little on my nose. Now I'm going to spray my face again with this. And sometimes I like to just dab in the highlighter because I feel like it makes it look more melded with the skin and less like a stripe. I mean, that's crazy. That's so amazing. All right, what should we use for lips? I don't want to go in with a complete nude. Do I want a crazy color? Yeah, you know what? We're going to do purple. So we're going to go in with the NYX Lip Suede in the shade, this is violet, no, amethyst. It's very purple. I really like these a lot. And on their own, they're not super long wearing, but if you put a lip liner on with them, they will stay for a while. And I believe NYX makes lip liners to match all of their lip colors. Sophie is apparently ready for bed. I feel like that's what she's doing. I feel like she's herding me to bed. I always do that. Okay. Now, anything else left? I don't think so. I'm gonna brush my hair one more time. This is the final look, you guys. I think we got there. We did the wing liner. We did the glitter liner. I think it looks awesome. Yep, I really like the way it turned out. So thank you to my husband for suggesting this look, and you guys can see close-ups of it on my Instagram. Don't forget to subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at Pink Sweets with a 1 instead of an I. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, and let me know down below if there's anything you want to see on my channel that you haven't seen yet. Otherwise, I will see you guys later, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day or evening, wherever you are, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.